The problem with Mjolnir's enchantments being based around weight is you need gravity. So combine a super strong villain and the lack of gravity in space, and Mjolnir suddenly isn't such a challenge. Red Hulk proved this, as he cut a path of destruction across the Marvel Universe. As if stealing the Silver Surfer's surfboard and punching the Watcher in the face wasn't enough, Red Hulk went toe-to-toe with Thor and beat him with his own hammer. First, he used the hammer's momentum to drag them both into space. Then he used the weightlessness environment to swing around. This took Thor totally by surprise, but a few years later, Thor won their rematch. During an event called Inversion, Loki became the god of heroism and truth, rather than the god of mischief and evil. He also became an Avenger, as inverted Thor was a bad guy. In this story, Loki was proven to be worthy of Mjolnir, which he found out when he lifted it during a battle with a rampaging Thor. However, the spell was reversed during the fight, and Loki ended up losing Mjolnir to Thor. In a comic issue to post-Ragnarok events, all the superheroes are killed off, leaving only those who didn't have superhuman powers to battle the Frost Giants. While the heroes are dying left, right and centre, Natasha is sent to collect Thor's hammer. There are no special abilities or loopholes, just simply the fact that at the time, Black Widow was worthy of wielding Mjolnir. Some believe it is the fact that she has a warrior's heart and the events which are happening at the time, which is the reason she can lift and use Mjolnir. Despite definitely being deemed unworthy to lift the enchanted weapon, Thanos could easily use Mjolnir with the use of the Infinity Gauntlet and Infinity Stones. With the ability of the Power Stone, which grants immense strength, and the Reality Stone to shape what is real and what isn't, the Mad Titan would have no problem lifting Thor's hammer. The only thing is, he would have absolutely no use for it. Mjolnir may be an extremely powerful tool, but it pales in comparison to the combined powers of the stones lying within his gauntlet. Marvel's Ultimate Universe is an alternate world famous for its darker and tougher portrayal of the heroes. In this, Magneto loses his children Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch, and the grief that followed made him take extreme steps. Magneto had electromagnetic powers that enabled him to manipulate all kinds of metals. So he truly can't wield the power, but he can lift and use it by manipulating the air around it to control Mjolnir. In Avengers Assemble number 4, Thor attempts to hit Thanos with Mjolnir, only for Thanos to control the Hulk's mind and force Hulk to catch the hammer. Hulk manages this, deflecting the hammer and whacking Thor in the face with it. Granted, Thor was still holding on to it during the fight, but the Hulk moved it against him, which definitely deserves a mention. In the Avengers Age of Ultron, we see Vision casually lifting Thor's hammer and hand it to him, to everybody's surprise. This emphasised that Vision is worthy of wielding Mjolnir, but this may be because he is an android. He probably can't access the power that Thor possesses, but only time will tell. In this, Beta Ray Bill's sentient ship Scuttlebutt scans Thor and identifies him as a threat. It then opens fire, so Thor decides to board the ship. Once aboard, he confronts Beta Ray Bill, leading to a fight. During the confrontation, Thor loses his grip on Mjolnir for 30 seconds and was transformed into Donald Blake. Curious, Bill picks up Blake's cane and strikes it against a nearby wall. This instantly gives him the power of Thor and a similar costume. Sensing this, Odin transports them both back to Asgard, where Beta Ray Bill demands Thor's hammer as he bested him in competition. Odin denies this, telling Beta Ray Bill that Thor did not have his full power and had limitations upon the hammer at the time of the battle. Another fight then happens between Beta Ray Bill and Thor, with their full powers back into effect. Another fight ensues, and they're just as powerful as one another. In the end, it is only finished when they both collapse from exhaustion. Yet, due to Beta Ray Bill's race having a naturally warm climate, he wakes first. He refuses to kill Thor, which is passing Odin's final test. So Odin creates him a hammer called Stormbreaker, with all the power of Mjolnir, but none of the limitations. Those who know Deadpool will be shocked to know that he once lifted Thor's hammer. It was all a trick of Loki's, who manipulated Deadpool into stealing the weapon. He stole it while Thor was on a heroic mission. Thor dropped the hammer and Deadpool reached it first in the chaos. Without his hammer, Thor appears as his human self and we suddenly see Deadpool sporting a cape. He continues carrying the hammer, embarking on typical Deadpool activities, such as ordering fast food, playing festive games and hitting around some baseballs. However, there was a catch. Deadpool never picked up the real hammer, which remained where Thor had dropped it, as Loki had made it invisible, and created a fake that made Deadpool believe that he had the powers of Thor. Captain America's worthiness is not difficult to believe, with his kindness and his unwavering morals, so it should come as no surprise that he had lifted Mjolnir twice already. On both occasions, the Avengers faced immense danger, including threats rendering Thor useless, so Captain America has to take charge. The first time Captain lifts it, it is only to give Thor the hammer back when he has been parted with it. And on the second occasion, Cap's shield was destroyed in a huge fight. He summons the power of Mjolnir, gathering other Avengers and leading them into battle against the enemy, Serpent.